Hey guys, welcome back to Evolving Mail. So glad you guys come back. Today we got something for the Jeeps, and it could be for a JT Gladiator like I'm in now. It could be for the JL or the JK, and it also works for some Rams and some other Dodge vehicles, I know for certain. For this particular one, it's for my Jeep, or it's for the JT or JL, and what we have is some products from a company called I don't know how to say it. It's Exctool. It's Exctool. And the first thing we have is we have a Veepeak ODBII connection port device, and this is a Bluetooth module. And I ripped the box trying to get it open. Comes in a nice little box. There's a little manual with it, and it says it's Veepeak, Veepeak EAK, and inside is a Bluetooth module, just like this right there. And this is going to plug into the ODBII port, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now on the JLs and the JK and the JT rather, Jeep has gotten smart, and they don't want you doing stuff to the vehicle. This will allow you to reset codes, change tire sizes, do different things. Different ones will let you do different things, and we're going to use the Jscan app. I'm going to be using my Galaxy Fold 3 here, and we're going to go up here. We're going to find the Jscan. I'm going to type in Jscan. I already have it installed. It's a free app. To use the Jscan app, you do have to. I think you have to buy a VIN. Each vehicle is registered. The app's registered to the VIN number, so you pay them. It's like $18, I think, and you get use of that forever for that VIN. So if you got a couple different vehicles, it's going to cost you a little bit, but it's still cheaper than taking it to the shop to have it done. I've done stuff before, and it really helped out. Change tire sizes and stuff like that. You can do a bunch of stuff. You can reset codes. I actually have codes that need to be reset right now, and it's because I put the Oracle taillights on, and if you look it up, you can see that video as well. I'll try to link it in the description, but you can see I've got video of the install. And what happened is, even though it has the little resistors built into that connect to it, it's still throwing a code up here. And I've got another code that I think I have a little throttle controller thing here, and it's got a couple codes on there. I keep getting an email from Uconnect or whatever telling me that I've got from Dodge telling me I've got codes for them. So we're gonna have to go in there and see what we got. We're gonna use this app, and I've already downloaded this app and have the VIN set up for that. It's pretty painless. It doesn't take much. But what they have done, they've tried to keep you from doing that. So underneath the, and I'll show it to you, but where the ODBII connector is, that has wires that go to a harness, and the harness has two plugs. And the only way to get around it is to buy a crossover cable that they've also supplied me. Both of these were supplied for free, so, you know, they gave them to me free to do a review, and I'm going to do the review. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off those two plugs. We're going to plug this in to those, and then we take the ODBII port connector here, and we plug it right in like that. We just plug this right in, plugs right in, and it'll power up when we install it. I'm going to have to take you down here, and it's going to probably get kind of hard to see. Hopefully this will turn out okay. I'll probably have to, I'm going to take this plug off. I'll probably have to lighten it up a little bit in post-production, but we're going to use a flashlight to try to get you down there, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now, so hold on, right after this. I'm not there right now. Okay, so this is the worst thing we got to do. So we're going to turn, I have a little light right here. We're going to turn this light on, and it gets us some light in there, and hopefully that's enough to see. I got a 360 camera, so we're going to lay the camera down right there, and we're going to go about what we have to do. So normally, it's kind of hard to get down here and film. So normally, you've got the ODBII connector right here, and that is still a working port, but I have some lights hooked up to it, and it has a plug-in, takes the lights from that. But above here, let's see if I can get in there and take a look. Let me try to get you in here. So up in here, there are two ports, two wires right there. Can you see those wires? There's one right there and right there. And they're really hard to see, and hopefully you can see that. and there's two little tabs in there, and all you gotta do is press the tab and pull them out. And this is the hardest part of this whole thing, but don't be alarmed. It's not that damn hard. You can do it. So I'm just gonna reach up in there, and I'm gonna push the tab. If I can remember, I think the tab is facing the driver. Yeah. So you just gotta push on that and pull the wire out. And this part right here it's a tough cookie to do. It is kind of painful. It does help if you just go ahead and pull this thing off right here, and you'll get some little white tabs that'll fall off. These little white tabs will fall off. Just go ahead and put it back on. This one falls off every time. And this piece will just pop right back in there. It's nothing. We're just gonna lay that up out of the way. And then we're gonna come back in here and get up inside there and get a look at where it's at, and then put your finger up in there and just grab them. Oh yeah, tabs in the back. Otherwise it comes out pretty easy. So tabs in the back towards the front of the vehicle, sorry. And just gonna pulls right out. And then the next one, there's two of them. That's why you have a crossover cable. And pretty painless. You got these two cables right there. See those? Let me get this light on this. So you got these two cables right there. I'm gonna put the camera back down. Okay, so we're gonna take our crossover cable. And what you can do is when you're done with this, you can just plug this back up. You can just hide this cable up inside, tuck it up in there, and it'll be okay. So we're gonna take, let me see if I remember this correctly. We're gonna take the big one, and we're going to, the big one goes, or maybe this goes on there. I'm forgetting. It's been a while since I did it. Oh yeah. No, that's right. I got the wrong one. So we're gonna take the big cable. We're gonna plug the big cable in right there. Click, you hear it click. I had the wrong cable. We're gonna take the small one. We're gonna plug the small one in. Let me see. Right, just like that. Plug it in, and now we're live. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take our Bluetooth module, and we're gonna just plug it in right there. It only goes on one way, so just take a look. I always want to do it backwards, even though I'm looking at it. Plug it in, you see it lights up blue. So now we're good. So that's it. That was the installation of that, and the rest is all software. So we're gonna take this up here, and I'm gonna put you back on the cradle. So give me 1 second. Got our key near us. Take the cable, put it up on our hip right here. Move you guys in a little close. We're going to put the vehicle in accessory mode to start. Got our blue light still on, and our door's going to chime. It's a pain. I could probably stop that if I wanted to, but I can't so easily. So we're going to open up the app. We're going to go into the Bluetooth. On Android it's easy to get to, on iPhone it's a pain. We're going to come down here, and I might have to actually put it in run. I don't know, we'll see. So we're going to look for available devices and tell it to scan. It's going to scan. It's going to look for some devices somewhere in here. Oh, I had this one already installed, so there's that. So you see Veepeak, we're going to hit that. Maybe. That might already be installed. We're going to go back to this, and in here there's a list of vehicles, and we're gonna go down till we find the one we got. Here's a Wrangler JT, it's a truck. Let's see if it's connected. So we're gonna say we're going to go down through here and we're going to pick our connection, which I don't have my glasses on. Oh, right there it says Veepeak. We're going to hit that. And it's connecting vehicle initialization. It found it. Okay, and if you were looking up on my dash, which you can't see, but on my dash, somewhere it'll tell me that I've got some trouble. So it tells me my turn signal lights are out. I'm going to show you this. Right there, it says my turn signal lights are out, even though they're not out. Put you back on the cradle. Okay, so the first thing we can do is we can sit here and run a quick diagnostic. So we're going to do a diagnostic. It says trouble code's not present, so that's kind of weird. Okay, so now I got that. I went to Tests tab. We're gonna run a test. It says it's working, and it's telling me everything's passed, which is weird because it's telling me it's failed here, but that's just the Jeep being dumb. So we're gonna go back out of this, and we're gonna go in here to live data. Let's see if we find anything on this. We're gonna say, I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna try to start it up and see if it does different code running. Okay. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to our diagnostics. No codes. You can go to frames, which tells you powertrain. There's nothing there. It's not showing any code. It's raining on me. Okay, so everything looks good there. So now we're going to go into, let's see, take modules. And in modules, there is a place right here. You can do all kinds of stuff. Drivetrain control. No errors. I've got to get my glasses because I can't see, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so one thing you're able to do, I'll show you this. So you can go to adaptations and say you change your tire size, so you have TPMS settings or tire and axle settings. You can go in here and you can actually tell it that your tires are different size, or your axle. Say you change your axle. But we're going to look at tire size, and you can hit tire size right there. And it tells you that you need to measure your tires when on the ground. Okay, mine are 35-inch tires, but they're showing tire height of 34.89. So you can go in here and you can change your tire size. You can dial it in. Sometimes it takes dialing in. And then you can hit that, hit go, and it'll reprogram it, which I've already done. But it's 34.89, so we're going to go ahead and change it. We're going to change it to the same thing. I'm going to show you how it's done. So I don't know why it says 34.89, but we're going to call it 34.75, because apparently, I don't know how it got to be 8.9, so we're going to do 34.75, and you hit go. Yeah, okay, hit go, and it says working, do not close this app, don't minimize this app, don't switch to other apps. If the app won't finish in 5 minutes, you can safely restart the application. It takes a little bit, it takes a few seconds or so. Sometimes it'll tell you need to have the engine off, sometimes not. Changes applied successfully. And you see it change it from 34.89 to 30.75. I don't know how it got to 34.89 because that's not even an option on here, and this is what I used last time. But okay, so and I also have my stop starts messed up. I don't know what happened there. So you can actually go in there and play with that, I think, if I recall. Okay, so you can change your speedometer tolerance. You can do all kinds of stuff. What we're going to try to do is we're going to see let's see. Oh, my neck's about to break. Intelligent battery sensor. So I've got something, LED light settings. So go here, and the first thing you can do is I'm just going to go ahead and say restart all ECUs, and it's going to restart. And I'm going to pick power on restart. The vehicle just shut off, turned on, well, sort of shut off and turned on, and it reset everything on the screen. So that's that, and it's still going, still doing some stuff. Stop start still messed up. It's still working. It says changes were applied. It says cycle ignition key. So from run to off to run, run, off to run. I haven't started it back up yet. Let's see what happens when I start it. And the stop-start problem went away. So that's good. So, next thing we can do is, let's try our, see if we can get rid of that error with the rear turn signal. So rear left turn lamp. This is active. We're just going to go ahead and redo it again. Turn it back on. Trying to find something to clear these. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do in here. All kinds of trouble code you can restart. Okay, reset that. That was the left. We're going to do the right one now. I don't know if it's going to make it go away or not. Okay. So I'm going to turn it off. Just going to put it in run mode without starting it. LED turn lamps present, they're active. Stop lamps active. Yep, everything's active. So there's stuff you can do. There's different things you can do. You got nothing. So you can go, once again, you can go TPMS view. It'll tell you your tire pressures. Brings up your tire pressures. You can go to trail view and see your trails. Tells you what everything's. We're in two-wheel drive. And temperature is 189. It's in park. So if it won't let me do it unless it's running, but you can take it out. It'll change. Only shows you the one battery, which is kind of weird. Let's just tap for more. Let's see. No, I don't know. You can look at different stuff. You can turn these on so when you go to that page, it tells you everything that's on there. We'll turn these on. Damn it. Maybe. Ah, I was supposed to hit save. Hit that. Oh, go. I'll hit save. So now, it still didn't tell me. I don't really know what that's about. You changed the... I think that's supposed to turn the fan on. Yeah, the fan just came on. When I turn the fan off, it should shut off in a minute. This is for the winch. You give it winch power. ABS on or off. Let's turn it back on. We're gonna go back. Okay. Advanced scan. Oh, here you go. Here's the trouble codes I had. Emissions, rolls, test active, analog brakes. I don't know what's going on with that. Why it's stored. These are So just things that messed up on me the last time I was off-road. Did some weird stuff. So we'll hit this. We're gonna hit the trash can. We're gonna clear all the trouble codes. It's clearing all my trouble codes that I finally figured out where they're at. I had the ECU recently programmed at the dealer, and it did nothing for me, really. Cleared all my codes. This emissions one looks like it's still there, but we'll see if it goes away. Active warning lamp. I don't know what that's about. Let's try to clear this one again. Ignition set to run, okay. And it may not go away, but I had a whole bunch of codes, if you could see all those. Yeah, that one looks like it's sticking for some reason, but a lot of times I've had them disappear after they go. After you drive a little bit, it disappears. And I changed the tire size, and it might be it. That probably needs to read the tire size. So we're going to go back here. We're going to go ahead and start it up. I had that start-stop thing error up there. And the start-stop things it's still back. Doesn't want to not be there. So we're going to take it for a ride. Just a real quick ride for a second. Put my drink down. And take her around the block and see how something does something weird. Just drive along. That's good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on this. Let me turn you around here. I've got an app here, a GPS app. We're going to turn our GPS app on. We're going to drop the damn camera. Got our GPS app on. And we got no limit, so we're going to drive around and see what if our speed is the same as it should be. So I'm going to put it in 20 miles an hour. It's getting up to 20. Set for 20. So we're doing 20. It's right about 19 and a half, 20. It's bouncing back. So the tire size is pretty correct, pretty close. I'd say pretty good for what we had it set at. So we're at 20, and I have adaptive cruise control. So if I take wrong one, if I take this up to 25, here's 25 right there. It's going to take us to 25. Yep, set. 25 is. I just hit a big ass tree. 25 is set. We're doing 25. We're set at 25. I can go down here and look at the 25 there, and we're slowing down. It says 23, 24, 25. Yeah. So it takes a minute for the GPS to lock on. You got to do a constant speed for a little while. But the speed calibration seems to be in order, 25, 24 and a half, 25, so it's maybe off by less than a half, which is pretty close. Seem to be doing all right. It'll bounce back up there, yeah. I don't know why I can't get rid of the it's probably that little battery that's underneath the big battery, the auxiliary battery, and I need to fix my steering wheel, it's crooked. So that's fine. Now let's see if I cleared the codes on the those taillights, which I've heard nothing clears them. So we're going to take a look. Yeah, so the taillight codes cleared. So clearing all those codes cleared out the taillight signal that said your taillights were messed up. Just the start stop's not working, but I think that's just the battery has a low voltage problem. I think that's the issue right there. Everything else is... Yeah, so that got rid of the taillight problem. So I would say go in here and check it out. Don't do too many things at a time. If you run into a problem, you want to go back and undo it. I've done this on several vehicles. I've done it on my motorcycle with a different app than Jscan, but it's basically the same. I've never bricked anything. In fact, my motorcycle, I recently did I remapped the motorcycle, so it basically put a whole new map on the ignition, or not the ignition, the fuel system. So got me more power after changing out the tailpipe. And normally you have to take stuff in and have a dyno, but I got a map that's a working map for the stuff in my vehicle from a company that does it. And yeah, they did a bang up job because the motorcycle runs great. So never had a problem there. So just going back into this on the app. So there's different things you can do. I think I need to connect again. Let me turn it off. Put it in run mode. If you have a key, you want to just use your key and not start the vehicle. This phone's so big it's hard to do anything with one hand. Pick the Bluetooth connector right there, the Veepeak. Okay, we are connected. We're going to go over here to advanced scan. And if it's like before, the only thing that's going to show up is that, whatever that was, that was for the analog brakes, but the analog brakes aren't coming on anymore. So once I drove, it corrected itself. It did like an on-the-fly kind of calibration. So sometimes you just have to try it. Recently installed, you can use this to do to make new keys. As long as you have one key, you can use it to reprogram keys on a JK. I don't know if it's available for this yet. We can go in here and take a look and see if it's available. Okay, so now all the codes are gone. That one code I had that didn't clear is gone now. It cleared itself. So I'm going to shut the door so it'll stop beeping. So you can go into modules, and there's all different kinds of stuff. You can turn stuff on. I actually installed a camera, so you can get a camera on the Rubicons, but I installed my own camera, and it won't do it unless it's on. Okay. So you can, let's see, I installed a camera on the front, plugged it into the radio, and I activated it. So normally you have your backup cam, but I also have a front camera, so you can see out the front. That's the view out front. The camera's wet right now, so you can do that. There's different things you can do. Some stuff doesn't do anything. It just shows it here and it's not available. If you don't have the hardware available, it's not going to turn it on. You really can't screw anything up. I promise you, it's really not hard. There's door configuration, so you can have it if you put on new mirrors or something like that, or you have courtesy lamps. There's different things you can buy for your vehicle that you can turn on. There's that. Let me see if the key's in here. I don't know if it's miscellaneous settings. Some of this HVAC control. Door alert feature. So I'm not sure what door alert feature is. I think that's what your doors aren't shut. You can turn that off if it irritates you. If you put heated seats on there, you can turn it on.
Trying to see if you install an inverter. Different things. I don't know if for the JT new key is available. I know because there's a weird wireless thing. So, but I know on the JK it is because I did it. So I don't think they have it here. Tire fill alert present. And everyone, I've heard people have this, but I've never been able to find it. So we're gonna go ahead and turn it on and see if it does anything. I know on the somebody showed me on the Mojave Gladiator that you can put that on the system, and then when you're filling up your tires, the horn and the lights will beep, or the lights won't beep, they'll flash, and the horn will alert. But there's a place in here where you have to find it, and I don't know for the life of me if it's on off-road pages. I think it's in settings somewhere. I've never been able to find where that's at. No, it's not there. So maybe it's in settings. I don't know if you guys know where that's at. He showed me where it was, but it wasn't on mine. And it may not be on it now still, but we could always look and see. Yeah, it's normal stuff. Huh. I'll never find where that's at. Key off options, no. Lights. Flash the lights with lock. Let's turn that on. I don't know where that's at. I'll never find that. But maybe someday I'll come across it and be like, hey, there it is all this time. But there is a way to do it. Now, before I programmed it, the cargo cam, which is the front cam, never showed up. So that did pop up. So there must be a way to do some of the stuff. I just don't know where that tire fill thing is. But go back in here and take a look at some more stuff. Interesting. So there's lots of stuff in here. There's some of this stuff, like I said, doesn't do anything, but a lot of the stuff does. Vehicle maintenance, so you can go in here and you can reset your, I think you can reset your maintenance records or whatever, but I don't know. I always do it on the screen. It's easier. There's a lot of different stuff you can do. Radio user settings. You can change your auto door lock. Fuel saver on and off. I don't know what that's all about. Let's just try it. May do nothing. Sometimes I just turn crap on to see what goes on. Like I said, if it generally won't let you do anything that's going to hurt it. So, and if it doesn't have it available, it just will never show up. It says you can restart your radio, restart all ECUs under the radio. We're going to try to do that. Let's see if it does anything. Just flashed everything like crazy. Everything's back on. It's still working down here. Yeah, I don't see anything. Nothing happened here, so it just really didn't do anything. But it's all good. It says it could take up to 24 hours, and you can speed it up by doing an ECU on the radio, reset on the radio, but I don't see any difference. And it's still working. Let's see if it's in here. Yeah, see, it just didn't give it to me if I don't have that ability to do it. So, no harm, no foul. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff you can just play around with and take a look and see what you can find. But it does do a lot of stuff. We're gonna go back to this advanced scan, and that engine controller. Look, I got other codes coming back up, and that's because I did an ECU reset. So sometimes when you do that, you got to come back in here and just clear things again. And it's easy enough. So we're just going to hit trash, clear the codes, and this is a normal process because we messed with everything when it was running. It kind of throws some codes, but we're going to clear these codes. Excuse me. They'll start going away here in a second. Yep, all gone. That one came back on. That's the one that's going to go away in a minute. And like I said, when you drive, it'll go away. And it's easy to do. It's easy enough to do. You just take it for a ride. But that's it, guys. As far as storing this thing right here, I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so as far as that's the end of that app. Turn that off. We're going to take our panel, and I'll put you guys back up on the thing here. Now, as far as storing this thing, I'm just going to put my knife back in my pocket. You can leave this plugged in, or you can leave it. I would not leave it plugged in because they can fry. So don't leave it plugged in, just in case it wrecks that over time. And just take your cable, just stick the cable up in here somewhere. Just jam it up in there out of the way. And I promise you, it's not going to hurt a thing. Put your panel up in there. Move anything you got installed, like these wires I've got, out of the way. Just punch it back in place. And there you go, back in place. Oh my gosh. Anyway, check it out. It's the Veepeak controller with the crossover Y cable, and they work really good. Does a really good job. I highly recommend it. Comes with this nice little case that I can maybe find that I stuck somewhere. Yep. Comes with a nice little case. You can just keep it with you in case you have any error codes. I had a serious problem with a controller that I hooked up to the ECU and went off road, and I wound up taking that thing off. But
I threw a bunch of codes. I was able to fix it and get back on the road. And that's pretty much it, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for checking me out. Please hit like and subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and obviously YouTube, but TikTok. And I really appreciate it, guys. As always, I am the Evolving Male, and peace out.